Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about the transit Black Moon Lilith Sextile or Trine, one's natal north node. Now, this may manifest in the higher level of this transit of the BML. Powerful enemies, people that play a prominent role in your life, may be in harmony, with your future, your destiny, mission, and purpose. And now, this is not about your powerful enemies actually, being in harmony or agreement with your future or destiny. It's about being able to deal with them so you can get on, with your future, and that they're not going to conflict, what you're trying to attain, what your purpose is, which is indicated by the natal north node placement. It can be about people that play a provocative role in your life, maybe more beneficial to your future, your destiny, and your purpose, and the development of the positive attributes that are connected with the natal north node placement. Now, I want to state, okay, the transit of the Black Moon Lilith, of course, naturally, it doesn't supplant or replace your natal BML placement. The natal BML placement is with you for the entirety of the duration of your life. The transit of the BML, making a sextile or trine to your natal north node. During that time, you may feel some positive effects from the transit, but just during the time of that transit. And some of you may wonder, well, what is the difference, okay, between the sextile and trine transit and the conjunction? Well, the sextile and trine and conjunction, they're comparable and similar, but they're not precisely or exactly the same. The sextile and trine aspects are favorable, they're auspicious, and this transit is about a good relationship between the transit of the BML and the natal north node. It's harmonious. Now, when you have a conjunction, conjunction aspects in astrology are neutral. They can have good and bad qualities in them. And the conjunction aspect is very intensifying, integrating, amalgamating. It's a strong concentration of the energy of the in this example would be the BML and the natal north node. And when you have the transit, like say for example, the transit Black Moon Lilith is making a conjunction to your natal north node, it can be at a point where you may become very obsessed and fixated on your future, on your destiny, your purpose, the development of the positive attributes of the natal north node placement. Whereas the sextile and trine, it can be more just having that right amount of passion and desire for the development of the positive attributes of the placement, of the north node placement, and being in matters pertaining to your future, your destiny, your mission, and your purpose. So, anyway, well, this transit could also be about, what you feel. It could be where, you know, your mission, at this time is not going, is less likely to be deterred by any, thorn in your side. Powerful enemy is what I'm saying. A formidable adversary could be somebody that might have slandered you, or done something to your negatively impacted your public image and reputation. Somebody that badmouthed you. It can be somebody, even in some cases. I mean, say the transit Black Moon Lilith is in your fourth house. It could be, even a home or family member, that might be abusive, or just might be a situation where it's contentious, with that person. It can also be a time, when you have that, it's really, again, about having, that passion, that desire, to pursue, what your future is, what you're aspiring to be. And, if you have, let's say, for example, if you have your natal north node in Pisces in the 11th house, like I do, it could be something connected with the metaphysical, which includes astrology, or even, some other examples could be poetry or dancing or photography, anesthesiology, chemistry, which could be a goal or aspiration, or it could simply be showing, expressing more, compassion and forgiveness with friends, as another example, sacrificing. for friends, and showing compassion in even large, just group related situations. As an example, with the North Node in Pisces in the 11th house. Now, this also is a time where you feel it can be just about having, that again, that right amount of passion and desire for. It could be doing activities with people that may play a prominent role in your future. It can be, let's say, if the natal North Node let's go to Capricorn in the 11th house as an example. It could be, people that might be helping you, mentoring you in some 11th house field, again, such as astrology as an example, or it could be something with computers or electronics or astronomy as some other examples. It might be, as well. The North Node can be what is preordained, what we feel, what the destiny is for the person, and it can be a time where it's a good blending of that higher level, of the transit, and being able to go after, what you want, what you feel your destiny and purposes at this time. Now, at the time, the making of this video, the transit Black Moon Lilith is in the zodiac sign Cancer, so it can be about incorporating, at this time, tenacious qualities, being dedicated and devoted, showing unconditional love, being able to bring that, incorporate that in your mission, your purpose, and it's a time as well. When this transit does take place, keep in mind the North Node is also it's associated with issues. One may have to address and confront. And if there's something, the transit Black Moon Lilith can be connected with emotional and physical trauma. So let's say if there's some physical trauma, that's going on. Again, the time of this video, the making of this video, the transit Black Moon Lilith is in the zodiac sign Cancer. So there might be some people might be experiencing more trauma with the chest, the breast, the ribs, the stomach, and even could be problems with water retention. And this could be a time where you may feel, there's more about, being able to take care of those matters. At this point in time, if there's any issues that have to be addressed and confronted in those matters, this is the time where it's favorable to do it, because if you are talking about a sextile or trine aspect, it is a harmonious aspect, and this is a time where that's more, apt to be done, or it can be. Now let's look at another way. Now let's say, the natal North Node, especially if it falls in the 1st or 6th house in your chart, and say, the natal North Node is in Scorpio, and if you have any issues you have to address and confront with something connected with the physical body, if it's in the 1st house, if it's in the 6th house, even physical health related issue, and if the natal North Node is in Scorpio, there may be some issues going on with the colon, the prostate, the bladder, the urinary tract, or reproductive system as some examples. And having the transit of the Black Moon Lilith making a sextile or trine to it can indicate having that right amount of passion and desire to take care of those matters, if you do have to do that at this point in time. If you've been procrastinating or hesitating on those issues, this is the time where you may more likely be able to do so, and people that play a provocative role in your life may be more beneficial in that as well, in helping you take care of those issues. Now, another way this transit may be expressed, it could be, again, having that passion, that right amount of intense passion and desire, which is the Black Moon Lilith, to pursue your future, which is the North Node. Now let's say, for example, if the natal North Node is in Aquarius, it might be that future may be connected with astrology, humanitarianism, computers, aviation, meteorology, innovation, astronomy as some examples. And people that play a provocative role in your life, which is the Black Moon Lilith, may be more in harmony and agreement with the positive attributes of your natal North Node placement that you're trying to develop. Hold on a moment, people. Sorry about that, I'm back. But anyway, now let's say, for example, if the natal north node is in Aries, it could be, those positive attributes of the placement that you're trying to develop, maybe being more courageous, showing leadership prowess, independence, self-reliance, being more assertive and aggressive, as some examples. And also the attempt to embrace the higher level of the transit of the Black Moon Lilith. This could be assisted by people that may be prominent in your future, which is the North Node. Now, let's say, for example, if the transit Black Moon Lilith is in Taurus in the 8th house, it can be, about the higher level of this transit you may be trying to embrace. Could be associated with being loyal, giving loyal and stable, which is Taurus, support, which is the 8th house, whether it may be moral, emotional, or monetary support. And anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.